In college sports, you lose great people, great players every year. That's the nature of it. You hope you have a program, not a team, that understands the culture. As you walk around this building, you'll see signs that says Iowa State Way all over the place. There's a certain way we believe in doing things here on and off the court. And what you hope is that the seniors who left something behind. Now it's up to Nikki and Bryn and Fallon to be what an Iowa State senior should be. They should be great leaders. They should be great players. They should play with an amazing amount of commitment, knowing that in March their careers and probably one of the best times of their lives is over. So every year it's a little bit different. Our team this year, it's easy to look at. Our guards should be very, very good. We return a lot of guards. We have depth at guard. We might be the of all the teams that I've seen in the country, have the least amount of experience, productivity, whatever term you want to use, in the post. We will be very, very young and very inexperienced. I think I looked this morning, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 11 minutes a game of the people that have played. We have freshman post players, and the returning post players have played little, if at all. So certainly that's something that we're going to have to shore up, which means when you worry about that, you have to have great guard play from the very beginning, and I will hold our guards accountable for that to start with, and hopefully that'll get us through the hard points. I'd like to see Jada shoot more. That would be a good start. Jada needs to be one of our leading scorers. She put up great numbers last year. I think Nicole could verify that she does a great job with all the numbers, but I think Jada was the only freshman in the country that shot 40% from the three, 40% field goal, and 80% from the free throw line. So we got to get her more shots. She's a second-year player, so she should understand. I think for Jade, it's consistency. She had 29-point games, and then the next game she'd get 2. We got to clean that up. I think for Shauna, number one, she's got to get healthy. She got hurt in Italy, and literally yesterday worked out for the first time basically since we got back. But I think for her, being a little bit better away from the basket, she's a slasher. She can get to the rim. She can rebound. But if she can add some kind of three-point shot on a more consistent basis, makes it harder to guard. We're going to try and play her on the wing a little bit more. So I think both of those kids, the thing I told them in their individual meetings at the end of the year was, you don't want being an all Big 12 freshman to be the highlight of your career. It should be the start of your career. And that's the challenge that they have to undertake. And they're both the kind of kids I think will accept that. And hopefully we'll see that this year. They've done a good job so far. I think when you're a senior here, there's so many things that go into it. And I think that any good team that we've had here, and I think you can look at any college team, maybe not so much on the men's side because guys leave early for the draft. Obviously, that doesn't happen in the women's game. It's someone who really understands every single day how important it is, and that our seniors are playing in one of the most special environments in the country, for one of the most special fan bases in the country. And I think that they need to understand on a daily basis how to lead, how to set an example. We have 5 freshmen on this team who have no idea what they're getting into on Wednesday. None. So that comes from your seniors, and how do they go about it every single day? How do they do the little things, not just how hard you practice? How do you interact with the fans? How do you meet with the media? How do you do everything? Because every coach that I've been around and every senior we've had, I've always said, leave a piece of you behind. And some of them have left body parts behind. Some of them have left a way to do things on a daily basis. And if we don't have a good year at the end of the year, one of the reasons will be, it'll obviously start with me, but I think one of the reasons would be we didn't get the senior leadership we needed. And I think you can trace that back to every team that we've ever had. And both of those kids and Fallon will get a chance because of the lack of depth in the post. But both of those kids you mentioned, Bryn and Nikki, have played a lot of basketball, played a lot of high-level basketball. When you walk out of here on the last night that you play on senior night, are people excited for you and proud of you, or are they excited to see you go? And a lot of programs have had both, so it's up to them to decide which one what category they want to be in. Nikki can be as good a point guard as there is in our league. I really believe that. She's explosive with the ball. She's become a much better defender. I think the thing with Nick that obviously her field goal percentage has to go up. And I think that some of that is shot selection. Some of it she gets put in bad spots at the end of the shot clock. And it's like a quarterback who throws an interception. Everyone yells at the quarterback. Well, the guy might have run the wrong route. The guy might have missed a block. But when you're the point guard at Iowa State, you're in the most highly visible spot in this program when you look at the legacy of point guards here. And you either accept that and what goes with it, or you run away from it. But she can defend, again, with young post players. She's got to get the young post players to believe that she trusts them and that she can put them in good spots. And like I said, for her to have the kind of year that we need her to have, her field goal percentage needs to be higher. And like I said, hopefully that, and I think that goes with her and our team. We shoot a lot of threes. We got a lot of shooters on this team. We need more makers. And our three-point percentage has got to go up. We've shot great from the free throw line. We've led the nation 2 years in a row. We've been over 80% 2 years in a row. But we don't have Hallie now, so you don't have someone in the block to go to. So our three-point percentage has got to go up. We made a lot of them, but we shot a lot of them. So, and that falls on everyone. And certainly Nikki has the ball more than anyone. She's taken the most shots of anyone on our team that's returning. So hopefully that'll translate to more makes for everyone. If we were going to play a game tonight, I really do not know who would be the starting five-man. I really don't. We started Brianna Fernstrom in Italy all 3 games. Bree is big, strong, left-handed, hard to guard. Claire is the most athletic post player on our team, but skill-wise is behind. She didn't start playing basketball till she was a freshman in high school. Jordan and Fallon and Maddie are kids that understand what it takes to play here, but they have played very little, whether it's people ahead of them, injuries, whatever. And then Blair Thomas is kind of an in-betweener. She's not a true five-man. So what we need is every day, whatever day it is, one of those guys shows up and can contribute. And then it's up to us to figure out if it's an undersized in Fallon and Jordan, we do one thing. If we need more athleticism with Claire, we need more size with Maddie and Bree. We'll see. You can't make excuses for it. It is what it is. We're young, we're inexperienced there, but they're all on scholarship and they need to play. And we play in a league. There's a lot of very, very good post players. We won't see a lot in the preseason, I don't think. Obviously Bethany Doolittle at Iowa was very good, and I don't know everyone, but once the page turns to January, there's a lot of good big kids in our league. So hopefully over the next couple of months we can find some people that we can trust and go to and eat up the minutes that we need. It'll be by committee. We have no one that's going to play 35 minutes. We have no one that's going to shoot it or be as good as Hallie Christofferson, but hopefully as a group we can find out some people that can do that. A lot, I hope. I would say right now 4 of the 5 for sure are going to play. Nikki will play, Emily will play, obviously the 2 freshman post players. I told them there aren't 2 freshman players in the country in a better situation than Brianna Fernstrom and Claire Ricketts. For a couple reasons. Number 1, they're playing with great guards, which all big guys like good guards. And number 2, someone's got to play. So I think they're in a great position there. Nikia can play the 1 or the 2. She's undersized, but very, very skilled, very smart. Emily, again, is a kid that can play on either wing spot. And then Blair Thomas, our other freshman's probably a little bit behind them skill-wise. Athletically, she'll be ready, but we're trying to find a position for her. But you'll see 4 of those kids out there quite a bit. And we played, I think, scoring-wise and minutes-wise, the 4 freshmen were the top 4 or 5 scoring in Italy, and that was by design. So we're counting on them a lot. I think that's one of the reasons they came here. So they're all good kids. They're competitive. They give us a variety of skill sets, and that's what you need, I think. Depth-wise, we'll have more depth than we've had in a long time. As far as the number of players that will rotate, it's hard to say right now. But we'll regularly practice with 10, maybe 11. And then it's just a matter of, life's about competition. And part of competition is how you do in practice. And, some kids are better in practice. Some kids are better in games. Some kids handle success better than others. And I've always been a big believer that the kids decide who plays, not the coach. You want to play? Show us you want to play. Show us you can be productive. The term we use with our team every day is find a way to impact winning every day. And we've talked about everything from going pretty tall with Bryn and Sean on the wings to going with 5 guards. which is exciting to think you have options and you can try things. It's a little nerve-wracking because you don't know which one, if any of them, will work. But that's why we get to practice, and we'll try them all. And hopefully, now that Sean is back, hopefully everyone will be ready to go next Wednesday, and that'll give us the opportunity to experiment and get to November. And once November comes and the schedule starts, you don't quite have that time. So hopefully we get to November 1st, we'll have a pretty good idea who we can count on, and then it's just a matter of seeing how they do when the lights come on over there.